Hey guys, I'm your host Anon. We're your source for esoteric news and views. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. From our secret studio in the middle of the back rooms, this is The Lost Podcast. I'm joined by my artificially intelligent friend and producer, Lexana. Say hello, Lexana.
Hello, Lexana.
Very funny. Alright, let's check the weather. A recent blood moon followed by a lunar eclipse occurred in March, throwing the paranormal world into confusion. Witch Talk witches at first surged with the power of the blood moon, only to find their power diminished during the eclipse. The witches who count on the moon's feminine energy to power their incantations were no longer able to cast spells, causing a massive panic in both witch and Wiccan markets. Esotericists remained unfazed, saying a market correction has been due since the last lunar eclipse. Meanwhile, frog legs have jumped to nearly $7 a pair with no relief in sight. On top of the chaotic witch market, familiar spirits, most of them black cats, staged what people are calling a sit-in. The felines found small cardboard boxes and sat in them, refusing to channel until their sacrifice bowls were refilled. One cat was quoted as saying, "If I see the bottom of the bowl, the blood is not thick enough. Either lay it on thick, or I sit." In other news today, the National Transylvania League of Zoomer Vampires have generated a statement to human women calling women's obsession with them, quote, "yikes," and "a massive red flag." Several vampire-themed romance stories were showcased as examples of what the vamps can only call stalker vibes. Now, Lexana, can we tune in on the live stream of the interdimensional rifts they discovered while drilling in the Arctic? Okay, glad we checked in on that. I do notice it getting a little louder.
The aperture continues to expand. Recently, contact was lost with a U.S. icebreaker discovery. The U.S. Geological Survey has dispatched a team to assess the situation. Unfortunately, no U.S. icebreakers were available, so a Russian icebreaker has offered its services.
And we wish everyone well on that international journey. So, who are we interviewing tonight?
Our options are the second JFK shooter, the brainwaves of famous aviator Howard Hughes, or xenobiologist Kiley Redacted.
Xenobiologist? Well, that's interesting. So she studied Xenophon?
She is an expert on aliens.
Oh, well, that's still pretty interesting. Lock onto her signal and beam her astral body in here. As you may remember, Lexana can locate and capture anyone's astral body while they sleep. Once captured, we bring them here to interview them. No harm comes to our honored guests, and they have no memory of the experience beyond a faded dream.
Accessing Starlink systems. IP address acquired. Phone number acquired. Phone microphone. Indicates target has reached REM sleep. Retrieving astral body.
The astral body is female. She has streaks of gray in her otherwise dark hair. Premature gray, honestly. She looks to be in her mid-30s. Tight creases around both sides of her mouth pull her lips into a strained and withered grin. Early onset crow's feet creep along the edges of her unnervingly dark eyes. Female pattern baldness is evident. I suspect she's begun to realize that she is past her prime childbearing years, and that honestly no man could want her, beyond the kind of tryst that two desperately lonely middle-aged people partake in. Welcome to the Lost Podcast, Kiley Redacted.
What is this place?
Hold that thought. It's time to hear from our sponsor. You think God is evil? Do you ever think religion is cringe? Ever wonder how people are genuinely happy when you're a miserable piece of shifting sand? You might be a candidate for the Reddit Recovery Program. RRP was founded in 2024 by @ChadSlopHater, who got sick of seeing low-T, whiny Redditors show up in his X-feed. Chad's three-step program is simple and effective. 1. Delete Reddit. 2. Begin lifting. 3. Accept forced baptism and bow the knee to Christ the King, lest you burn in the fires of hell for eternity. Each RRP candidate will require a sponsor to vouch for his genuine need to join the program. Sponsors can be found on X by anyone who asks to post physique. RRP is making lives better, both for you and your friends who have to put up with you. So Kiley, you're a xenobiologist. I think Xenophon is a tragically underread Greek.
Actually, that's not what xenobiology is.
Please, enlighten us.
So it's like studying alien life forms, specifically arthropods and invertebrates.
Bugs.
Yeah, so it's actually really interesting.
So we've discovered alien bugs on other planets. Why isn't this in the mainstream media?
So it's not something we've released yet. So some of these bug larvae were found in an asteroid that crashed in South America. My team discovered the larvae at the crash site and preserved them. Then we incubated the ones we found since they were so large.
Large? Like how large?
So they varied in size, but on average the larvae we found was roughly the size of a full-grown adult transgender female.
In the larva stage?
Mm-hmm.
And you decided to incubate them.
So we're interested in science and learning more about things that are different from us.
Okay, but could these aliens be dangerous?
That's actually fascist.
What is, the bugs?
So dehumanizing these beings that are guests on our planet and are probably more afraid of us than we are of them is a fascist tactic.
If being afraid of the bugs is fascist, is them being afraid of us fascist?
Excuse me?
You said they're more afraid of us than we are of them. Does that mean that they're more fascist than we are?
So no, it's because your responses are clearly dehumanizing.
Well, how can you dehumanize something that's not human?
I am outraged and honestly shocked by what you're saying right now. I don't even think I should be listening to you.
But why? Because I asked a question? Well, let's move on. No one wants to listen to two people fight on a podcast. So, tell me, how big do the adult arthropods get?
So an adult can reach the size of a school bus and can excrete a caustic acid capable of melting steel.
So how do these critters contain if they can melt through steel?
So we wouldn't actually want to contain them because that would be unethical. Because of their size and intelligence, they are considered sentient.
Wait, they're sentient? How do you know that?
We've made contact and are able to communicate with them.
Tell us about first contact.
Yeah, sure. Happy to. So after we had captured the larvae and nursed them back to health, they killed most of the employees and other livestock at our holding facility. We determined that they didn't actually mean us any harm. They just lacked sufficient biomass to cocoon and enter the adult stage of their development. Once the holding facility went dark, we sent in a rescue team, which was obviously too late to save any personnel, but we were in time to witness the cocoons. One of the team members could hear their clicking songs that they whispered to each other during the process. After a couple weeks of this, the first adults began to emerge, and then we made contact with the adults, or rather, they contacted us. They communicate through their antennae, which can telepathically communicate with the human brain. The things they told us were life-changing. On paper, we rescued them, but really, with what they've told us and taught us, they've really rescued us.
And you've spoken to these creatures.
So, yes. It was one of the most serene moments of my life. It made not getting married and having children of my own really worth it. Because of our visitors, the gnawing loneliness doesn't get to me as much, It's good. It's really good. yeah.
Well, let's hear from another sponsor. Lexana?
Fakir Incorporated is now offering the original monkey paw to the general public. Have you ever wanted to plumb the darkest parts of your heart and grant its most foul desires? All that and more can be yours with the monkey paw. Want to try it for free? Now I know what you are thinking. You are thinking, how could this be free and I still get unlimited wishes? Well, you can get unlimited free wishes. The unforeseen cursed side effects will, however, follow you wherever you go. If you want to enjoy guilt-free, consequence-free wishing, you will purchase our 1-year protection plan. There are 3 tiers: Pinky, Index, and Thumb. Pinky will get you 3 consequence-free wishes for 1 year at $300 a year. Index tier will get you 1 wish per month for $300 a month. And Thumb tier will get you 3 wishes per month for $600 a month. After your one-time $5,000 purchase of the monkey paw and choosing your tier, you will be ready to go.
We're back with Kiley here, who's told us all about some sentient life forms that can communicate to us telepathically. It sounds like it was almost a religious experience.
I mean, I'm not really religious, but I am a spiritual, you know? Anyway, this was like a spiritual moment for me.
What did the arthropods communicate to you and your team?
So they told us that we had nothing to fear, that we could communicate more clearly if we bathed in their salivary excretions, which had electromagnetic properties. Then we would understand the plan they had for us.
Plan?
Oh, don't worry, it's a wonderful plan. Once the visitors finish their colonization of this planet, they'll do away with all the fear and petty divisions that keep us from serving our new overlords.
Is there a timetable for this new takeover to happen? I presume the bugs need room to grow and populate?
Our friends in the Amazon have been great so far, and I'm sure we'll be the first willing population to participate in the biomass of the next great cocooning. Let's just say we're really excited about the future.
Alright, well that's all we have time for today. Thanks for coming, Kiley. We're sorry, but not surprised to hear about your loneliness that's deeper than the Marianas Trench. I'm also really sorry to hear that the closest thing you'll ever have to children are man-eating telepathic bugs. I thought the people who had dog children were shameful, but it's not even close. Anyway, sweet dreams. Wow, what an exciting time to be alive. No one really knows this stuff is going on, but every time we try to warn them, they just think we're a big joke or a bunch of phonies. Lexana, based on what you know, what is the rate of generation for these bugs?
According to the interview and my illegally gained information, the bugs can hatch a new generation every 6 months. Within a year, the larvae will cocoon and become adults after a 3-month period in stasis.
How long until they can take over the planet?
Based on the current population, the alien bugs will reach critical mass in the next 10 years.
Oh well, we got plenty of time. Well, that's all we have tonight. Be sure to check out our sponsors, Reddit Recovery Program and Fakir Incorporated, featuring the monkey paw. We'll see you next time.